The reality TV world has just been shaken to its core. Rumors were already swirling. Whispers have been floating around for weeks, but no one expected this. Fans are shocked. Social media is in chaos, and insiders say this is the beginning of the end for one of love and hip-hop's most talked about couples. After years of ups and downs, loyalty tests, and public scandals, Yandy Smith has officially filed for divorce from Mendeecees Harris. But what pushed her over the edge this time? The name. Mena is being thrown around like wildfire, and it's not just because of old beef. No, this time it's something far deeper, far more personal and downright scandalous. Allegations are erupting that Mendeecees and Erica may have shared more than just screen time. Screenshots, blurry DMs, and even backstage whispers are fueling speculation that something inappropriate may have happened behind Yandy's back. Insiders close to the couple say Yandy found out about the scandal through a third party, and her reaction was explosive. Now fans are asking, is Erica really pregnant with Mendeecees' child? Is this just another twisted love and hip-hop storyline? Or has the drama finally become real? Buckle up, because this story is going to be wild. The moment the news broke, everything around Yandy seemed to freeze. Her phone wouldn't stop buzzing. She sat on the edge of her bed, staring at her screen, rereading the same message over and over again. Check the blogs. It's all over. That one text changed everything. She hesitated, her heart pounding in her chest. With trembling fingers, she opened her browser, and there it was. Photos, videos, and captions filled with wild accusations. Fans have gone into detective mode, posting supposed receipts, grainy screenshots, and even voice notes claiming that Mendeecees had been secretly involved with Mena. It wasn't just a rumor anymore. It was turning into a full-blown scandal, and Yandy was smack in the middle of it. Earlier that week, a behind-the-scenes clip from a recent love and hip-hop taping had been leaked. In it, Mendeecees was seen walking into Erica's trailer alone. It wouldn't have raised eyebrows if he hadn't stayed inside for over 30 minutes, and if Erica hadn't come out shortly after fixing her clothes and avoiding eye contact with the crew. Someone on set had clearly been filming from a distance, and the clip was now viral. Fans immediately began speculating, and it didn't take long before accusations spiraled into chaos. Some fans were convinced it was nothing more than a setup, a classic love and hip-hop publicity stunt, but others claimed they had seen this coming for months, pointing to flirtatious behavior and cryptic comments on social media. Yandy, however, wasn't buying the publicity stunt excuse. Not this time. Not when things felt this real. Just a few days before the leak, she and Mendeecees had been arguing more than usual. He was distant, constantly on his phone, and emotionally checked out when she questioned him. He deflected, made excuses, or picked fights that seemed to come out of nowhere. Now suddenly, this scandal with Erica was exploding everywhere, and Yandy couldn't ignore the sinking feeling in her chest. She had trusted him, stood by him during his prison sentence, defended him through thick and thin, but now everything felt like a lie. Friends close to Yandy say she was absolutely devastated. She locked herself in her room for hours, refusing to talk to anyone. When she finally emerged, her eyes were red and swollen, and her expression was cold. She didn't cry anymore. She was done crying. She was angry. And what hurt the most wasn't just the alleged betrayal, but the embarrassment. To have the entire internet speculating about your husband, and another woman, one who already had a messy reputation, was too much to bear. Meanwhile, Erica remained silent. She didn't confirm or deny anything. Instead, she posted a vague story on Instagram with the words, "People only expose what they're afraid of being exposed for." Fans took that as a hint that there was some truth to the rumors. And then came the photo, Erica wearing a baggy hoodie standing in front of a mirror, her hand resting suspiciously on her stomach. The comment section erupted. "Is she pregnant that? Better not be. Mendeecees' baby. Yandy deserves better." The gossip was now out of control. Mendeecees tried to downplay everything. In a short egg live, he said, Yo-yo really be bored, I was just having a conversation, you all need to stop making things up. But the tone in his voice wasn't convincing, and his choice of words only made things worse. Fans weren't buying it. Neither was Yandy. According to an insider, Yandy confronted Mendeecees at home the night after the story broke. She didn't raise her voice. At first he denied everything, but when she showed him screenshots, fan theories, and the video clip, his face changed. He still denied any physical relationship, but couldn't explain the time he spent in Erica's trailer. The longer the conversation went on, the more defensive he got until he finally stormed out of the room. That night, Yandy didn't sleep. She sat up scrolling through fan posts, reading comments, seeing how people were already taking sides. Some blamed her, saying she should have seen it coming. Others were sympathetic, saying she'd sacrificed too much for a man who never deserved her. The public humiliation was unbearable. The next morning, Yandy made a decision. She called her lawyer. What happened after that move? Fast legal papers were drawn up. Terms were reviewed. Sources say she didn't want anything messy, just a clean break. She didn't want to drag the kids into it. Didn't want a media war. But she made one thing clear. She was done, but things didn't stay clean for long. Someone in the legal office leaked the story to the press. Suddenly, Tim's in every gossip blog was reporting that Yandy had filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable betrayal. Mendeecees hadn't even been served yet when he found out through a friend who saw the news online. He was livid. Not because of the divorce, but because Yandy had beaten him to the narrative. He showed up to their home that afternoon demanding answers. The confrontation that followed was explosive. Voices were raised. Accusations were thrown. Yandy demanded honesty. Mendeecees claimed she was overreacting. You believe them over me? He shouted. You'd rather listen to some messy bloggers than your own husband. But Yandy wasn't budging. You gave them something to talk about, she snapped. This didn't come out of nowhere. What made the argument even worse was that one of their kids overheard it. The couple had always tried to shield their children from the drama, but this time the tension was unavoidable. Later that evening, Yandy sat her kids down and told them in the most gentle way possible that she and their father were going to be living separately for a while. The kids were confused, hurt, and scared. Yandy reassured them that they'd still see their father, but deep down she wasn't sure how co-parenting was going to work with this level of distrust between them. As the media frenzy grew, more supposed sources began to speak. One claimed that Erica had been bragging to close friends about having something over Yandy. Another said that Mendeecees had confided in a friend that he and Erica had a moment of weakness. None of these reports could be confirmed, but that didn't matter. The internet believed them. Fans started digging up old interactions between Erica and Mendeecees from years ago, trying to find proof that this scandal had been building for a long time. In the middle of all this, Erica finally posted another cryptic story. It was a short video clip of her at a doctor's office holding what looked like an ultrasound printout. She didn't say anything, just played a song in the background with lyrics that said, "I ain't got to say nothing. You already know what it is." The comment section went wild. Was this confirmation? Was Mendeecees really? The father was this. The final nail in the coffin for his marriage. Yandy, for her part, stayed mostly quiet. She posted a single black square with the words, "Healing in progress." Fans flooded her with support. Celebrities like Rashida Mimi Faust and even Cardi commented words of encouragement. But the silence from her side only added to the mystery. People wanted answers, and they wanted them now. And that's when things took another shocking turn. Mendeecees was seen entering Erica's apartment complex late one night. The footage captured by paparazzi showed him looking nervous, constantly checking over his shoulder. He stayed for nearly an hour. When he left, Erica came outside. Moments later, looking emotional, clutching her phone and wiping her eyes. That footage lit the internet on fire. As soon as that video dropped, it was like throwing gasoline on an already blazing fire. The blogs reposted it within minutes. The captions were bold, the speculation louder than ever. Caught red-handed Mendeecees visits. Erica at midnight. What's really going on? Fans didn't hold back either. Comment sections were filled with outrage, confusion, and disbelief. Some were convinced it was all a sit-up. Others claimed this was solid proof that something more was going on between them. Even Yandy's most loyal supporters were shaken. But the most shocking part came a few hours later. A new piece of footage surfaced this time from a neighbor's Ring camera. The footage showed audio too, and while the voices weren't fully clear, snippets of the conversation could be, "She might be pregnant." Within hours, the love was being dissected on every gossip page. Body language experts on YouTube started making videos analyzing his every blink and breath. One even claimed, "He's lying. You can see it in his eyes." Fans debated fiercely in the comments. Some said he was innocent. Others swore he was guilty. And all the while, Erica stayed silent, just dropping cryptic posts and feeding the fire. Then came the voicemail leak. Someone still unknown leaked the voicemail allegedly left by Mendeecees on Erica's phone. The message was short, but damning. "I can't keep doing this. I told you it was just a mistake, but you keep pushing, like we meant to be something. You knew what this was." The voice sounded like him. Fans compared it to old clips. Old lives, old scenes from love and hip-hop. Had confided in a friend that he and Erica had a moment of weakness. None of these reports could be confirmed, but that didn't matter. The internet believed them. Fans started digging up old interactions between Erica and Mendeecees from years ago, trying to find proof that this scandal had been building for a long time. In the middle of all this, Erica finally posted another cryptic story. It was a short video clip of her at a doctor's office holding what looked like an ultrasound printout. She didn't say anything, just played a song in the background with lyrics that said, "I ain't gotta say nothing. You already know what it is." The comment section went wild. Was this confirmation? Was Men's really the father? Was this the final nail in the coffin for his marriage? Yandy, for her part, stayed mostly quiet. She posted a single black square with the words, "Healing in progress." Fans flooded her with support. Celebrities like Rashida Mimi Faust, and even Cardi commented words of encouragement. But the silence from her side only added to the mystery. People wanted answers, and they wanted them now. And that's when things took another shocking turn. Men's was seen entering Erica's apartment complex late one night. The footage captured by paparazzi showed him looking nervous, constantly checking over his shoulder. He stayed for nearly an hour. When he left, Erica came outside, moments later looking emotional, clutching her phone and wiping her eyes. That footage lit the internet on fire. As soon as that video dropped, it was like throwing gasoline on an already blazing fire. The blogs reposted it within minutes. The captions were bold, the speculation louder than ever. Caught red-handed. Mendeecees visits. Erica at midnight. What's really going on? Fans didn't hold back either. Comment sections were filled with outrage, confusion, and disbelief. Some were convinced it was all a sit-up. Others claimed this was solid proof that something more was going on between them. Even Yandy's most loyal supporters were shaken. But the most shocking part came a few hours later. A new piece of footage surfaced this time from a neighbor's Ring camera. The footage showed audio too. And while the voices weren't fully clear, snippets of the conversation could be the same time the rest of the world did. She had no warning, no explanation, nothing. She was in a meeting when her assistant ran in holding a phone showing her the post. She didn't react at first, just stared. Then she stood up, left the room, and didn't come back for hours. That evening, Yami deleted every photo of Mendeecees from her Instagram. Fans noticed instantly within minutes. It was all over the blogs. Yandy erases Mendeecees from her life. It's over for real. This is war. The deletion felt like a final step, a public declaration that she was done, but Mendeecees wasn't going down without a fight. The next day, he posted a series of Instagram stories showing old photos of him and Yandy family vacations, wedding pictures, behind-the-scenes moments. He added text over each one. "I messed up, I know that, but don't act like it was never real." Fans were divided. Some felt sorry for him. Others were furious. Some said he was trying to manipulate public opinion, using nostalgia to get sympathy. Others argue he was genuinely sorry and didn't want to lose his family. Erica, of course, had her own response. She posted a reel, set to a breakup anthem, lip-syncing to lyrics about moving on and being the upgrade. In the background, fans spotted what looked like Mendeecees' chain sitting on her dresser. That one detail sent everyone into a frenzy. He left his chain there. Was he living with her? Is he still seeing her? As the rumors intensified, so did the foul-out brands that had previously worked with Menk started pulling back. One fitness supplement company removed his image from their website. A clothing line paused, a campaign featuring him. The scandal wasn't just damaging his marriage, it was threatening his entire career. And then came the biggest bombshell of all. A producer from Love and Hip Hop leaked a private email sent from Mendeecees' team to the network, requesting that certain footage not be aired. The footage in question, an unaired scene from 2 months ago, where Mendeecees and Erica were caught arguing in a hotel hallway. In the scene, Erica is heard saying, "I'm tired of being your secret. You told me we had a future." The email begged producers to scrap the footage, saying it could cause irreparable harm, but the damage was already done. The email leak confirmed what fans had suspected for weeks, that this was bigger than a one-time mistake, that maybe, just maybe, Mendeecees have been living a double life. And as fans braced for what would come next, one thing was certain. The truth wasn't just coming out, it was spilling everywhere. The leak of that email was like an earthquake in the reality TV world. Fans, media, outlets, and industry insiders were all left stunned. How deep did this go? How long had this been happening? And most importantly, was Yandy the only one who didn't know? Producers of the show stayed quiet at first, but behind-the-scenes meetings were happening non-stop. Executives were scrambling to control the damage, fearing the scandal could overshadow the entire season. But not everyone on the production team wanted to keep things quiet. Some crew members felt sympathy for Yandy and were frustrated with the network's silence. One anonymous source even claimed they've been new. This ain't new to them. They just didn't want it to go public this fast. Meanwhile, Mendeecees had gone completely offline. No more posts, no stories, no lives. For someone who was once always in front of the camera, his silence now spoke louder than any statement. Sources close to him said he was laying low, trying to figure out how to fix the situation. But every time he tried to reach out to Yandy, he was met with silence. Yandy, on the other hand, was beginning to shift. The heartbreak was still there, but now it was mixed with anger. Betrayal had turned to fury. She started making moves, not just emotional ones, but business decisions too. She removed Mendeecees from their joint business ventures. She restructured her team, dropped certain advisors, and even paused filming for a few weeks. Those closest to her say she was focused on protecting her brand and her children. She's not going to let this destroy everything she built, one friend shared. As the days passed, more details began to surface. A former friend of Erica's came forward with screenshots of conversations allegedly between Erica and Mendeecees. In them, Mendeecees appeared to be venting about Yandy, saying things like, "She don't get me like you do, and I'm just staying for the kids." The messages were time-stamped, showing they had been exchanged over a span of several months. Not only did they hint at an emotional affair, but they also suggested this had been happening while Mendeecees was publicly proclaiming his loyalty to Yandy. The internet went wild again. Fans felt deceived. Those who had once defended Mendeecees now turned on him. How you going to play both sides like that? One fan commented, "This ain't just messy, it's evil," said another. The screenshots were posted. On every major gossip page and even mainstream media outlets picked up the story. Yandy didn't react publicly at first, but people close to her confirmed she had seen the screenshots, and this time she didn't cry. She planned, insiders say. She started gathering legal advice, not just about the marriage, but about the brand, the children, the contracts. This wasn't just a relationship breaking down. It was a full-scale unraveling of a life they had built together for over a decade. And then came the next twist. Erica posted a pregnancy photo, not just a hint or a teaser. This was a full reveal. She stood in a white dress cradling her belly with the caption, "New beginnings, grateful for the journey." She didn't mention Mendeecees didn't tag him, but she didn't have to. The comments did.